Hi, I'm DJ Michael Joseph, and if you follow me, you know I absolutely love my Denon MC7000. I use it out 2 to 5 times a week for gigs, I use it here in the studio for practice, and I use it every single week on my show Music and Mixing on Disc Jockey News. So no wonder after almost 2 full years of use, it's starting to get a little crackle in the crossfader. Now there are a couple of different ways I could have went to replace the fader, like the Mini Innofader Plus, but the awesome folks at Denon got me a brand new replacement Denon fader. Now it's super easy to swap out the old one with the new one, so I'm going to show you how. Now even though this is pretty much plug and play, you will still need a few tools. You'll need a 2mm hex head driver, you'll need a small Phillips head screwdriver, an optional fader cap remover, and some thread lock. Now first things first, I can't believe I have to say this, but I'm going to. Make sure your device is powered off and unplugged, because it being plugged in, there's a good chance that you might damage the device or yourself. Begin by removing the fader cap. If you've ever replaced knobs on a controller or a mixer, you might have gotten one of these fancy tools, but if not, just pry them off very evenly and slowly. Now, remove the 2 top plate screws, that's the 2mm hex head screws. That will then let you take off the top plate and lift the fader out of the controller casing. Next, very carefully remove the 2 Phillips head screws that hold the fader to the mounting bracket. Now they're very small, so be careful not to drop them down into the case. Once you've removed the mounting bracket, you'll see the fader is still connected via a simple clip harness. Squeeze the harness gently as you pull it away from the fader. Now that the old fader's out, simply attach the new one by pushing the harness back into the new fader. Now in the process of putting it all back together, can I make a little suggestion to use some thread lock or Loctite on the threads as you're putting it back together? Thread lock or Loctite is not a glue, but it's simply a compound that helps the screw stay in place and not vibrate out during constant use. Now you can pick this stuff up at pretty much any hardware store or automotive store, or even in a big box store like Walmart in the automotive department. Now after you've added the thread lock, carefully put the mounting bracket back onto the crossfader and put in the Phillips head screws. At this point, set the fader and the mounting bracket in the controller, but don't fully attach it yet. Take this time to power up the controller and test to make sure that the fader works before you close everything up. Once you've determined that it's working properly, power off the device and unplug it, then place the fader and mounting bracket back into the controller. Put on the top plate, put a little thread lock on the hex screws, and tighten them all back up again. Finally, reattach the fader cap. And that's it. In just a couple of steps, you have yourself a brand new fader. If you guys have any questions on this, feel free to drop me a line. But until next time, this is DJ Michael Joseph saying take care, God bless, and happy clicking.